What's up, guys? We are live. Welcome to the number 5 CrispBricks live stream. Hello and welcome, everybody. I see your comments here. Lego Timmy, what's up? Hi to you. SW Animations, thanks for stopping by in the chat here. And Death Trooper, hopefully we will catch you in about an hour or so. I think this build is going to be taking a decent amount of time. I'm just going to see exactly how far I can get today. Excuse me. Today we are building the UCS Razor Crest. Awesome set, have it right. Oop, well there it is there too. I just picked this one up at the Lego store a couple days ago, maybe a week ago now. It was on double points, so it's really hard to pass up those sweet double points. So I just picked that one up and a couple other fun sets as well. So today I've already built the first couple bags here, but we're going to be working through probably starting at bag 9. So I'll kind of show progress in a minute, but here it is, absolute beast of a set. I know it's been out for a couple years now, so without further ado, let's jump right in here. So this is kind of what I have done so far, and it's too big to fit in the full screen here. Nomeo, excuse me, the Lego Gnome, says hi to everybody, by the way. Here's what I've got done so far. Absolutely massive set. This is like as far back as I can bring it so you guys can see. There's two like smaller boxes inside of the main UCS box, and this is, I'm basically just about a quarter of the way through the build, kind of by my reckoning based on the parts numbers and how many steps I've gone through. So right now we've kind of just built the shell. The underside there not looking very UCS-like yet, but I think we'll eventually flesh that out. Yeah, so far just kind of working on the interior here. We have some really cool details in there right now. There's like, we have Boba Fett's helmet and jetpack, which is an Easter egg from the series there. I'm going to go through a couple spoilers here if you guys haven't built this yet. I know it's been out for a couple years. It came out in like 2022, so spoiler alert, I guess. I mean, you guys probably know all this by now anyway. Yeah, a couple things there from Boba Fett on the inside, and then I don't know if you can see on this console, there's actually, let's see if I can do that, way in the corner, we actually have the little blue cookies and like the bone broth cup from Baby Yoda, who's recovering quite well from his adventures in my hallway racetrack. So, oh, hello, we have Lego Art Master 2. Lego Timmy sent me. Well, hello, Lego Art Master. Hope you're doing well this evening or whatever time it is in your part of the world. Thanks for stopping by the stream and checking me out. We're just working on the UCS Razor Crest. Gigantic set. So this is kind of what I've already built so far, and so I'm starting out actually on bag number 9, which is going to be super fun. But yeah, this is kind of where I'm at. I'm going to move this out of the way because it's so big it takes up like my entire building table. And then you can see kind of on the side there I have this like awesome artwork that's inside the UCS. Like, it's really good UCS style premium quality product so far. I'm super impressed with it. Kind of feels like the AT-AT. And then over here, the actual box somewhere, it's a 6,187 piece set, which is absolutely insane. But yeah, Lego Timmy, awesome channel. I know he gave me a shout out, which is so cool, before I started my stream, just helping out a small YouTuber like me. But yeah, Lego Timmy's up past 35K subscribers, which, I mean, absolutely incredible job and awesome content. So yeah, that's awesome. We'll go ahead for number 9. Go ahead and open this bad boy up here. There we go. I guess it's 6 if you look at it the wrong way, but I already built bag 6. The throw this in the trash pile, never to be seen again. One thing I've noticed in this build is that the bags are broken up into a lot smaller segments. So like this is all of bag number 9 right here. Like what you see, that's an entire bag, which is super bite size, and it's making it so much easier for me to build this set in my spare time, so you don't have to invest a lot of time into completing one giant bag. Like when I was building my UCS AT-AT, which is another massive, I think that's over 6,000 pieces as well. Took me several months to build that. Of course, I was rewatching all the Star Wars movies at the same time I was doing the UCS AT-AT, so that slowed me down a little bit because you don't want to miss any of the details, you know, even though I know all the lines pretty much by heart. But this one I've just been focusing a little bit more on building, just kind of in my spare time in the evenings. So even though I have already built bags 1 through 8, still it's not even a quarter of the way done compared to what this beast is going to be like. I don't know how far we're going to get tonight. I'm just going to go ahead and hang out and chat with everybody. And the Brick Twins, all right, good to see you guys dropping in quickly to say, I think that says hello, but yes, to say hello, Crisp. Well, hello, Brick Twins. Thanks for stopping by. Good to see you here. We're just working on the Razor Crest, UCS Razor Crest today. I don't know if you guys have taken a look at that, but super cool set. Very excited to build it. I just picked this one up, I think last week at the Lego store for 2x points, which was an absolutely awesome deal. I know it's been out for a couple of years, but I've been waiting a while. Never too old for Lego. Love it. Great username. What's up, everyone? Elijah's Lego Reviews. Hi. Hello, everybody. Good to see you. I'm guessing you guys all probably know Lego Timmy. So that was really nice of him to give me a little shout out here. Yeah, thanks. Thanks, Brick Twins. I'm really enjoying it so far. I've only put a couple hours of building into it so far, but it has exceeded my expectations just in terms of quality of the build. Like, it really lives up to the UCS name for sure, and I really wanted to snag this set. I don't know when it's going to retire. I wish I did know all that information, but absolutely it was a good deal for me to pick up on double points. Oh, Robert, I missed Robert. Hello. Sweet 3 or 4 E's. Very nice. Love it. Hello, Robert. Welcome. If you're a Lego fan and it's your first time on CrispBricks, we do all sorts of things here. I do set reviews, speed builds. I do some lives recently. I do some just like fun stuff, racetracks, shorts, just anything I can do to enjoy playing with my Legos, which I agree, never too old for Lego. I just started doing Lego this year. I'm 45 and never had Lego as a kid. LOL. Yeah, I mean, I feel that I've been doing Lego for quite a while myself. And yeah, you're never too old for it. And especially now that I'm a little bit older, I'm really enjoying putting some more time into Lego now that I'm able to do that. So when I was a little bit younger, sure, I had a great, love for Lego, and my brother and I played a ton with them. But the truth is, Lego's pretty expensive, and I didn't have a lot of time or resources as a kid, and so now I'm kind of making up for that in my own way and enjoying a lot of the new sets. Robert, what's up? What's up, Robert? Good to see you. Snoo, OMG, he's live. Oh, Snoo, good to see you. Yeah, everybody, guess I'll do a couple shout outs here. Brick Twins, awesome channel. They merge traveling, especially like Disney type travel, with Lego. So absolutely incredible channel. Go ahead and check them out if you haven't already. The Brick Twins. And here they are, or however he says that at the beginning. I don't think I did it as well. You can rate me. Snoo gaming channel. He does a lot of different stuff. I think he's mostly a Twitch guy, if I remember. But yeah, thanks for stopping by, guys. I got into them because of my other channel, I did Lego Optimus Prime, and now I'm hooked. Yeah, that is a pretty sweet looking set. I know they just came out with that Bumblebee not too long ago as well. Yeah, Transformers, that's a really cool looking set. I like the multi-function of it, how it's got, it's Optimus Prime. So, absolutely. Brick Twins, we rate you a 10. Oh my gosh, I'm flattered. I think that's just you guys being nice. So, I appreciate that. I'll try to give it a little better effort next time. I don't think I can ever live up to the true Brick Twins intro, but I appreciate that. Shout out to Elijah's Lego Reviews as well. Another awesome Lego content creator here on YouTube. Go ahead and check him out if you haven't already. Joe's Legos. Hello, Joe. I'm guessing you like Legos based on your title, so you've come to the right place. I'm building the UCS Razor Crest today. Elijah says, what is your favorite Star Wars set of 2024? That is a great question. 2024 has been a great year so far. I'm going to have to go ahead and, oh gosh, what's even came out this year? There's so many cool things. I know you said Star Wars. I'm going to go ahead and start with non-Star Wars, and I'm going to go ahead and say the Dune Atreides Royal Ornithopter. I'm a pretty big Dune fan, books and the movies, old and new, and so the Ornithopter, absolutely, probably my favorite non-Star Wars set, followed closely by Baby Bumpy, Baby Bumpy is a small buildable, baby dinosaur. So I picked that up at the Lego store as well because he's just too cute to resist the powers of Baby Bumpy. Star Wars. Oh, let's see. Never Too Old. I just picked up 97 Wolverine. Cool. I don't know much about that set. I'll have to check it out. I'm sure you'll be featured on your channel as well. So I'll have to go ahead and check that out. There's just so many cool themes that I really kind of focus on some of the icons, creator experts, stuff like that. And Star Wars is my big thing. But yeah, there's so many cool, the Marvel stuff and that's just coming out as well. Transformers. Dune is amazing. GB Models. Hey, hello and welcome. Doing well today. How is it? I think you're on the other side of the world for me, if I remember correctly. But GB Models, check him out. Another awesome YouTuber. He does, as his name suggests, more model buildings type stuff. He is into I think he's doing some sort of Tamiya build right now. I'm not too big on the car names, but I know he's doing an absolutely incredible job, and he's really perfected the art of painting the models, which he's quite good at. So check out GB if you haven't already. Robert, what set are you working on right now? That is a great question, Robert. I'm going to pause it for a second just to show Robert because he seems like a nice guy. I'm doing the UCS Star Wars Razor Crest. So the Mandalorian's ship. And I'm just going, I'm basically about a quarter of the way through the model right now. GB, down in Australia. Love it. I've never been, but it'd be awesome to go one day. I know people have gone there. Yeah, check out GB Models. Awesome creator. What are we working on now? Some part of bag 9, I think. So it looks like we're building some sort of console or control panel right now. There's just so many cool little Easter eggs and features in this model. Joe's Legos. What is your favorite Lego minifigure? That's a great question. I mean, there's so many. I mean, I don't want to just cop out and say Captain Rex, but Captain Rex is one of my favorite characters in the TV show. I'm going to go ahead and say Phase 1 Captain Rex. Specifically the one that came in my AT-TE set back when the Clone Wars was coming out in 2008. Very awesome. Oh, never too old for Lego. I think I missed your comment there. I just started 11 days ago. I only have 20 videos. Wow, that's great for 11 days. But it's so hard to put videos out. Like, it takes a ton of work. I'm definitely going to check you out if we haven't already. That's great you're getting into Lego. It's such a fun hobby. And I think it's so relaxing, too. Sometimes I like to build by myself. And I'll just put on a show, listen to some music. Stuff like that, and just like relax at home after a stressful day. And then sometimes I'll just enjoy taking it online and chatting with everybody and seeing what's happening out in the online YouTube world. Robert, very sweet. What Star Wars movie would this set be in? Well, I think if they're doing a Mandalorian movie, it's going to end up in that. But right now it's ending up just as part of the Mandalorian TV series. And I think Book of Boba Fett as well. Whoop, man down. I'm sure it made an appearance there. Unfortunately, this ship gets blown up in the show, which is really sad. But mine's not going to get blown up because I can do what I want with it, and I'm going to display it and really try to not blow it up because that would actually be really sad. And Joe said, oh, never too old. That's why I'm hooked, because it's relaxing. Oh yeah, absolutely. It's such a fun, peaceful way to spend your time. And, especially if you just feel like chilling, Joe says it's been a while since he's had a big Lego set. Yeah, it hasn't been a while for me. They're a lot of fun. I do enjoy the big sets. I also enjoy the little ones as well. Lego Timmy says hello. Hello to Lego Timmy. I appreciate the shout out here before I started live. I really appreciate getting the word out there, Lego Timmy. I'm sure you guys are aware of Timmy. He's got 35K subs. Awesome Lego YouTube creator. So good to see ya. And did I miss anyone? BD Bricks. Hello to you. Welcome. Good to see you here on the channel. We're just working through the Razor Crest here, as you can see from everything I have in the background there. Slowly but surely. I usually, I'd like to say I don't make mistakes, but unfortunately, I make a lot of mistakes, especially when I'm building live. It's like walking and chewing gum kind of thing, It's kind of hard for me to walk and chew gum at the same time. So, let alone talking and managing the live and building Legos, it's a lot. So bear with me here. But we're going ahead and I think we're working on some interior detailing here. The last big one I got was the Lego Ninjago Sonic Raider. Okay, I mean, that sounds cool. How big is the Sonic Raider? I haven't been super up to date on the Ninjago scene for a while. They have so many cool sets. Awesome sets, but like I said, it's so hard to focus on all the different themes, so I really have just been mainly a Star Wars and occasional creator type guy myself. Snoo, there's no mistakes, just happy little accidents. Very nice, I love it. Good old Bob Ross. Thanks, Snoo. Never Too Old for Lego has done what I think you call mock Lego kits. Okay. Grimlock, Jazz, and Shockwave, and Bumblebee, and Soundwave, and Megatron, and Too Many G.I. Joe. Wow, awesome. So you're a big Transformers guy. I love it. Mocks are a lot of fun too. Making your own stuff and just getting to use some of your creativity and building that. It's a good way to use some of the extra parts there as well. The Brick Twins say, what's been your favorite part of this build so far? Honestly, I'm really enjoying that there were a lot of bigger pieces in the first part of the frame, because it made the progress go a little bit quicker. So like some of this, like this is a little bit smaller pieces. It's not even bad compared to like Barad Dur or the Captain Rex helmet that I built live. Those little pieces, they take so long to do because you're just trying to find the perfect placement and you're just building like one by one bricks. just one at a time. And sometimes it kind of feels like a slog to get through some of those smaller bricks. So I've actually been enjoying some of the bigger pieces on the frame over here, and it's really made the progress go very quickly, which I like to see the model come together and see some of that long, the gross, if you will, bigger picture progress, and then now we get to go through and add all the details, which I like details, and it's a UCS set, so you expect some details, and so far I'm not disappointed. But a great question there, Brick Twins. Peter Griffin, hello Peter, welcome. Peter also says, I got way too many Marvel sets. SMH, I can just imagine him shaking his head over there. Marvel sets, yeah, there's been a lot of cool Marvel sets as well. I don't think I have any. Personally, somebody gave me a Hydra Soldier. So I do have a Marvel minifigure. But I don't think any sets per se. Not that there aren't any cool ones, it's just so many to choose from. Joe's Lego's got a lot of Star Wars. I like that, Joe. As you can guess, because I have a lot of Star Wars. Never too old for Lego. You use a site that sells the kits for mock Lego. They even gave me a link and coupon code for anyone to use, 5% off, because they liked my video and review I did on their website. Oh, very nice. It sounds fun. Anyway, I know there's a lot of different mock communities and different places to get different mock plans, and then of course even ways to design your own, which has been pretty cool. But yeah, that's awesome that you can work on some of those mocks and do the things that you like to do. All right, let's go ahead and get this guy going. I don't know what we're building. Oh, I think I know. I think we're building the front of the crest. I'd like to say Razor Crest, but it's gonna be long to say. I guess it's not too long. Could be a longer name, I suppose. Okay, so far everything looks good. We're moving on to step. Oop, gotta watch out for Mr. Mando himself there. The old den. This is the way and all whatnot, He hasn't removed his helmet yet on stream. We're gonna go ahead and continue the front here, I believe. This is... What is this? Yeah, I think it's the side of the side? Sure. Okay. Kind of an interesting thing there. I want Vikings TV show Lego kits. Okay, yeah, I could get on board with that. I've actually made my own Viking minifigures. They featured on a couple of my shorts where I take them hiking and I take them out to like mountain lakes and stuff like that. I made my own like Viking minifigure mocks. I mean, there's a lot of cool like plans or blueprints, if you will, for like medieval type stuff, but I think in another official Vikings TV show, if they could get that license, it'd be cool. Licensing always adds a bit to the fees, but it's cool to get some of the actual named figures instead of just some generics. But yeah, I actually made my own Vikings. I had some of the old fantasy era dwarves, like the Dwarven King. I forget what this set is. I'm gonna try to rebuild that one time on stream here. I believe I have most of the pieces for it just sitting in my parts bin, but it's like the old Dwarven mine. And then I have some, I think they're called trolls instead of orcs in the fantasy era castle series. I basically just took some of the dwarf torsos and beards and just kind of customized those, and then found some matching pants from the trolls and basically made tall dwarves, which sounds kind of basic, but they actually look like pretty convincing Vikings. I might actually have to dig one out and show them to you. here if you're interested. But yeah, one of my friends at Gnome is Where the Heart Is went to Norway, and he's the creator who did my Lego gnome here, and he brought some of his own hand knitted, crocheted, hand created Viking gnomes, and so he was doing a lot of cool stuff with them. So I kind of made a Viking Lego based on that, which is pretty cool. Peter Griffin, my cat pulled a Godzilla on my Disney castle build. Oh no. You gotta love it though. I mean, you can't really be mad. You should probably just have one cat, huh? You gotta watch out. They can be they can be tough on Lego. They like to stomp around for sure. I mean, unless you're Lego Timmy's Timmy, and then he has Bean as well. Those cats are very chill. I think they actually like the Lego more than we do. Oh, and there he is himself. Gnome is Where the Heart Is. Hello. Yeah, it was an awesome trip. Well, good to see you coming by here on the chat. Yeah, I was just explaining a little bit about Gnome at Gnome is Where the Heart Is. Custom gnomes, all different kinds, themes. He's got a Roman gnome, astronome, this gnome, the Vikings. Really cool channel. Check him out if you're into cool handmade stuff and traveling, and he does a lot of science type adventure stuff as well. Just starting out on the YouTubes. Never too old, that'd be sick. I'd really love to watch that if you do more. He also says Lego's been around forever. How come no one's made a desktop Lego maker that you can make bricks with recycled plastic? Almost like a 3D printer type thing maybe on your desk. That would actually be a great idea, and that would be a good idea. I'm sure that there's somebody who is much more mechanically minded than I am who has done something like that, I would guess, and they've actually, I imagine it'd be almost just like a custom 3D printer type thing where you could create basically your own Lego style bricks, which would be pretty cool. Fred Dunglenut, hello to you. Welcome to the chat. If you're a fan of Lego, you are in the right place. I'm building the UCS Razor Crest, which is awesome. Gnome is Where the Heart Is. I have a lot more on Instagram, just getting started on YouTube. That is correct. Yeah, my mistake, Sir Gnome, I forgot to mention. Instagram is definitely their forte so far. YouTube, just branching out and beginning, but definitely worth a look on both of those. All right, what are we doing here? More like a press. Okay, so like almost like a mold type idea then is what Never Too Old for Lego I think is going with there. That would work too. That almost would be, I mean, it would be less complicated than like a 3D printer. Heat press, yeah. It'd almost, yeah, it'd be not really like a forge to put it in terms of, you know, to make it sound more grandiose, but yeah, a simple heat press. I mean, simple's better, right? If it works, it works. That's what I say. If you could figure out a way to do that. It might actually be kind of a fun idea. You could kind of recycle things down. Definitely be an interesting project for sure. I don't know what Mrs. Bricks would feel like about me melting plastic down in my spare time though. But I mean, it'd certainly be interesting. I think if for the right person who had the mind for that sort of thing, you could certainly put together a very cool sort of like DIY build or something to that effect. All right, and let's see if you can melt plastic caps with a waffle maker. I think it can be done. Yeah, just as long as you don't eat them, right? That would be the thing, a plastic waffle. Yeah, I think so. I mean, you think there'd be numerous ways to heat up conventionally, you know, recyclable plastic or something like that. Fred says they should make a Trump brickhead. I mean, you never know. I don't know a lot about what the minds at Lego are doing, to be honest, and how they do their products. But based on what I know, I feel like they mostly avoid politics. So I don't know. You might be able to have some sort of mock that somebody has designed, but I don't think LEGO does a lot in the political realm by any means, generally speaking. All right, go ahead and add this. Oh yeah, this is definitely the front. It's looking pretty good. All right. It's really coming together. Looking nice and smooth here so far. Really enjoying that, actually. Really nice build. Looks like some interior detailing for the control panel is there as well. Okay, now we'll go ahead and build the other side here. All right. Yeah, I'm kind of excited to see where this is going. With the Razor Crest, I do not have the small version. I figured I'd just go ahead and spring for the big version. I think the small one's retired by now, so even if I wanted it, I have to buy it on the secondary market, which we all know increases the prices tremendously. All right, looking pretty good. A little bit of detailing there. Gnome is where the heart is. Hey, what's the difference between Din Djarin's ship and a shaver manufactured by a toothpaste company? Okay, well, Din Djarin's ship is the Razor Crest, and a shaver manufactured by a toothpaste company? I don't know. I want to say something minty for some reason. I think it's something to do... I don't know. You have to fill me in on this one. I sense a clever homemade pun here, though. That's quite the riddle, though. Let's see. Razor Crest toothpaste. What's the difference? Well, nothing I can think of sounds particularly witty, so I think you've got me actually stumped pretty good there for now. Like I said, I can barely talk and build Lego, let alone do a riddle and talk and build Lego. It's really stretching my capacity here. But that's kind of fun anyway. I don't know if anybody can figure that one out for me. One's the Razor Crest and the other is a Crest Razor. Oh, there you go. Okay, I knew it had something to do with crest. Or no, I said minty. I don't know. Maybe you'll give it to me. Maybe you'll take pity on my poor riddle solving skills here, Gnome, but I appreciate that. Fun little pun there. All right, let's get this going. 1X. I mean, here you can kind of see what I'm talking about with the size of this. Oh, 2X. It goes like that. I almost made a mistake. Good thing somebody's paying attention. I guess you never know. The minty crest. It sounds delicious. See, there you go. Thanks, Fred. I knew you'd be on my side there. I knew it had something to do with minty. Remember when they had like bubblegum toothpaste? I never liked that. But for whatever reason, there must have been a market for it because they sold it. So I guess I don't know if that's still around. I'm definitely more of like a minty fresh guy myself. Don't worry, his next ship is called the microwave vacuum. Multi-purpose. I mean, shoot, it's like a 2-in-1. He basically is driving around an air fryer at this point, you know. But I did see a good point on Din Djarin, aka Mando, his new ship, the N1 Starfighter, which I do have that as well. I just haven't built it yet. Where does he store his bounties? Because in the Razor Crest, he had like a portable carbon freezing chamber. I mean, you're a bounty hunter. You know, that kind of makes sense. And I mean, the N1 is cool, but it's no Razor Crest. And I doubt that's going to be a UCS worthy model by any means. Elijah, have you heard of the Dark Falcon. Yes, I have actually, Elijah. Do you have it, or have you been building it, or anything like that? Because that has been a highly anticipated set, I know, for a lot of people, and now that it's out, I know a lot of people are looking at that. It's good. Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely going to pick that up. The only reason I didn't get it this time is I was trying to focus on older sets that we're going to retire a little bit more soon. I know that since the Dark Falcon just came out, I should have a chance to snag at some point this year. But I wanted to prioritize a couple of other sets that I still had yet to pick up while I was down at the Lego store, and especially since this one was double points, I came down, I was going to buy the Dark Falcon, and then I was like, oh, it's double points Razor Crest. I guess that's kind of where I'm at right now. The Amazon box capital ship. Never too old for Lego. I have to go. But thanks for the great stream. Thank you, Never Too Old for Lego. I appreciate you stopping by and supporting the channel here. Everybody, go ahead and check out Never Too Old for Lego if you haven't already. Sounds like he's just starting out, getting back into Lego and starting a channel. So thank you. Take care. Have a good night or day wherever you are. Yeah, appreciate it. Elijah, it's amazing. Okay, yeah, well, I mean, I definitely going to check it out. I'm sure have you featured anything like that on your channel yet? Done a review yet, perchance, or maybe still waiting to build it? I haven't really looked a lot into it, but I know the minifigures are incredible. So that's really what I'm looking forward to myself, is a lot of the minifigures here. Okay, looks like this. So this right here is a UCS worthy front plate. So that's what a UCS grade front plate looks like, apparently. So there you have it. I'm gonna go ahead and add this onto, I better have a sip of water here from all my talking I'm doing, but I'm gonna go ahead and add this onto the front here. Okay, let's see, where's the front? Oh, I already kind of have it right there. Let's go ahead and slot this bad boy in. Let's see, how does it even go there? Oh, okay. Wow, that actually fits together really nicely. Always impressed by the quality on these. Everything meshes together so nicely. Now, of course, one of the problems with these UCS sets that I've encountered a lot in the past is they're just so big, and especially when you're building the frame. Drum roll, I missed it. It must have been the chat lag. I would drum roll it. We'll drum roll something else amazing, potentially. Albino Vader goes hard. Yeah, absolutely. I'm excited for that. Adding a very crisp Vader into my collection. Of course, we're all about the minifigures here at CrispBricks. So yeah, I'm super excited. I'll probably feature him on a minifigure Monday at some point. I don't know if that's going to be around Christmas time or maybe more in the winter, just because he's kind of got, like, you know, I mean, it's light side Vader or whatever, so I feel like that's kind of fitting. Plus, I already have so many cool minifigures lined up for you guys. So yeah, light side Vader, super cool. Beach Luke, though, I mean, kind of underrated, to be honest. There you go, front of the crest. Looks amazing. Here's the full progress so far for those of you who have come into the stream a little bit later. This is where we're at right here. So we're working through, almost through bag 9, and 25% done with this majestic beast. Looking absolutely amazing here on the front. So let's go ahead and finish off what we can here. There are still a few parts left in bag 9. So we're gonna try to work through those here real quick. See what we got. Wow. Oh, it wasn't even done. I was showing it off and I wasn't even finished with the panel. Okay, well, what can you do? We're gonna build a little bit of a nicer panel here, apparently. Oh, looking nice. See, this is what I like. Simple pieces, and yet it looks so good. It's really what we're all about here. on the channel. Well, hopefully everyone's having a good evening or day wherever you are in the world right now. Thanks, of course, to everybody who is stopping by and checking me out on the live. This is now live stream number 5, which has been awesome. I've really been enjoying the lives so far. Definitely not something I saw myself doing at the beginning, but it's just absolutely been a blast to branch out a little bit and do something a little different and just have a little bit more fun, like unscripted, unedited building on the channel. Let's see if I can click that bad boy in here. Might have to take that off screen for just a minute because it is such. There we go. Okay, so I just added this piece right here. This lovely bottom, this smooth piece. So there you go. There's the front. Yay. Looks pretty cool. Okay, now we're gonna add some detailing on the interior. Let me flip this beast around. Oof. This is a massive ship. I figure out some way to store this thing. It'd be cool to do some kind of mock or like diorama type thing with this for sure. I think that would be a lot of fun. Okay, we're gonna add a couple more control visors here into the front. So these are all printed, and there are a ton of these printed pieces with the set, which there is a sticker sheet. So far, I have not had to do any stickers. So I'll add one there. We will go ahead and add one, looks like on the opposite side. There we go. GB models, well, have to go now, but have a great build there. See you all next weekend. Yeah, sounds good, GB. Thanks for stopping by and supporting the chat. Everybody, check out GB Models. Awesome model-focused creator on YouTube, and like I said, has perfected his painting and polishing style. So go ahead and check him out. Doing some really fun stuff right now. Thanks for coming. We'll hopefully see you next time. And try to catch, if you ever get another live going, we'll try and catch you there as well, GB. But yeah, good to see you. So this is fun. Here is another, like I said, spoiler alert here. You all recognize this from the show. So this is the infamous like control stick that Grogu loves, taking that little round piece off. So, and look, it's even right in the right place. This is actually super cool. Yet another, oh, they put it on the right side. I was actually just rewatching Mandalorian last night. I'm not gonna lie, rewatching it and building this first part of the set by myself, just relaxing, and it is on the right side. So there you go. I mean, I knew that they wouldn't do wrong on a detail like that, but there you go, a little close-up view. Looks pretty incredible, honestly. Very detailed, all printed so far. All right, Fred, I got to go. Have a good rest of your night, mate. Fred, thank you. Good to see you here on the channel and the stream. Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate the comments and the support here. Have a good night. What? We're already moving into instruction book 2? This is shocking, but in a good way, I would say. Let me get this out of the way and we'll kind of see what progress we've made here. A few leftover pieces, but I think we can manage with those. It hasn't been as alarming as some of my other stuff that I've had left. So there you guys have it. Wrapping up instruction book 1. And I believe there's 4 books total. So this is the first part of the model right here, including Din Djarin himself. So at this point, we're going to go ahead and move into manual number 2. Let's go. Let's get this guy going. Where is number 2? Oh, what do you know? It's right here. happen to have it perfectly ready. So what are we even doing here? Let me take a quick look. Okay, looks like we're building out some of the landing struts, front and rear, and then just flushing out some more of the body panels. We might have our first stickers here as well. And then we have Grogu. I already have a Grogu now from my Bark Speeder escape set. But I guess I'll add another one so we can have 2 targets to hit on the next next racetrack. Okay, so this one will be building bags 10 through 14 and then 15 through 19. So this is what we're kind of looking at as a preview here. Or there we are. Oh yeah, Gnome is where the heart is says those are thick instruction books. Oh yeah, I mean, just for reference here, there's 2 of them right there. I mean, yeah, there's a lot in there. I mean, this one alone is, how many instructions was that? 383 steps. That's actually insane. I mean, that's, who knows how many pieces that is right there? 1,500 pieces maybe? I mean, it's about 6,000 pieces. We're gonna assume 1,500 per book. Times that by 4-ish. Do some squiggly math. 1,500-ish. 1,500 pieces per book. I'm sure it's stacked a little bit, but on average, it's gonna be about that. Gotta stay hydrated here, of course. It's extreme sport doing the streaming, so you dehydrate easily, you know. Especially here in the summer. Book number 2. So this will be starting with bag 10. So one thing that I did notice in these instructions, which I am slightly disappointed about, is there's no, so far there haven't been any like little fun facts or blurbs inside the instruction manual itself when you're building the Lego. Gnome is where the heart is. Cheers to you. Drink up. A little bit of water, never hurt anybody. Stay hydrated. Oof, this is a lot of little parts. This might push my CrispBricks skills to the max here. Oh gosh. Oh no. Well, we'll do our best, huh? Maybe I'll do some organization in advance here. Okay, let's do that. Okay, this isn't too bad, as I've been in it for 5 seconds. Boy, what was I even talking about before this? Something about water? I can't remember. Something. Maybe I'm just so dehydrated I can't think straight. I don't know. Oh, I was thinking something about filming outside, I think. So I've had a couple of different racetrack ideas. I've actually really been enjoying building the Lego racetracks. I've always really liked the racers themes, and especially some of the pullbacks, especially. And it's been fun to kind of design and build some courses just like throughout my house that I can utilize the racers for. My last video had a tunnel that the racers had to go through. And then they also had to go through the crosswalk, which is unfortunately where baby Grogu was crossing the street. And he was doing a pretty poor job of looking both ways. So he got hit quite a bit. Which, I mean, I did kind of set it up that way. So I'm happy to say that it worked. But I've been having some fun building some homemade like racetracks. So I think it'd be fun to do one featuring some outdoor terrain. Or something, you know, maybe not necessarily more extreme, but just something a little bit different instead of using, like I already did my stairs. I did my hallway. I could do stairs again, but honestly, my calves were burning at the end of filming my Lego racetrack stairs video because I went up and down those stairs like 50 times and I had like a foot of space to walk up, so I had to design the track specifically so that I could reset it and reset the cameras, and I could go get the vehicles and I could view everything. So it was a lot of running up and down the stairs. That was a little too extreme for my weak calves. So the hallway was nice because I had a little more room to work, and it was much easier to reset the cameras. But I'm thinking even something a little different. Outside terrain, maybe some sort of jungle or garden type race, perhaps something with a little more jumps, maybe a little bit more challenging for the racers. That's kind of what I'm leaning towards for my next video here, as far as racing goes. Of course, I'm still working on doing some reviews as well. So I just built the Dune Atreides Royal Ornithopter, which I have to say has so far been my favorite set of 2024. Well, that's hard because we just built Barad-dûr as well. That is a cool set. So, I don't know. CrispBricks, who's ready for a new season of LEGO Masters? I know I am. Oh yeah, shoot, I'll have to check out the new season here. When's it coming out, by the way, anyway? I haven't been keeping up too much on it. I just remember seeing that thing where CrispBricks, big LEGO YouTuber, obviously probably has no idea who I am, but CrispBricks, I believe they won. They just won recently, like a couple months ago, and that wrapped up, if I remember, which was super cool. But I don't know when the new seasons are coming out. It'd be kind of fun to compete as well, but it is a tough field. You know, a lot of competition for sure. It's definitely not going to be easy. Okay, I'm channeling Mrs. Bricks here. And we are organizing. Yes, that's right. Organizing the Legos. This is not really like me at all to organize, but with this amount of little parts, it's definitely making sense. For me to do. Oh yeah, that was only bag 10-1. So now we're doing bag 10-2, I guess. Or perhaps bag 01. Nice and crinkly here. Sorry, could not resist. I do have the microphone set directional, so hopefully it's not picking up too much this way, and it should be picking up a lot of my speaking a little bit more. All right, let's see where we are at. CrispBricks says they haven't announced a set date yet. Okay, but it should be sometimes this year, though. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. I don't remember seeing a date specifically, so it's good to know that I just am not that forgetful. But yeah, it's certainly going to be really fun to watch, I would say. Right now, in the meantime, I've been rewatching Mandalorian Season 1. And there's been a lot of really fun Razor Crest shots. So now that I've got the UCS set, of course I was building it, the Razor Crest, and at the same time watching Mandalorian and keeping a little bit more of an eye out for some of the Razor Crest appearances in the show, which it is, they do a great job making this thing come to life on the screen. I mean, really cool set, and some really iconic scenes. So I've been watching that. Been watching the Clone Wars animated series. I'm sure everybody is somewhat familiar with that. If you're a Star Wars fan, I'm just about halfway through season 4, which means that I'm coming up on probably my favorite section of any of the seasons of Clone Wars so far. We're coming up on the Umbara arc, which I'm absolutely psyched to rewatch and get some awesome Captain Rex action and some Pong Krell, and just really looking forward to that arc. I just remember it being so intense when I was first watching it, so I'm really excited to revisit that one again. We also get Grievous. I think we get Grievous back in Dathomir as well, which I'm really looking forward to that one. That was a very fun episode of TV, if I remember. So yeah, rewatching that, working through Clone Wars, working through Mando. Gosh, it's really been it. I mean, I've been watching some YouTube. There's so many good creators and fellow Lego fans out here on YouTube. So I've been trying to keep up and catch up with all my friends and community here on YouTube as well. So that's been keeping me busy. I've been doing, well, as you can imagine, a lot of video editing as well. So it's try to work everything in through all my full-time stuff, and then trying to manage the Lego channel through all that has been definitely taking a lot of time. So I've been focusing a lot on filming and editing some new content and things like that as well, which I'm really looking forward to showing you guys and getting all that finished. I have some really cool new stuff coming out with the Ornithopter. We're going to do a review on that. Like I said, maybe a little bit different of a Lego Racer type video. Of course, continuing with a lot of the minifigure Mondays as well, and bringing you guys some more of my favorite minifigures, which we have a really, I mean, I think they're all cool, but I got some really cool ones scheduled coming up that I've been filming in the last couple days here, which I'm super excited to release for everybody. Okay, well, remember I said that there wasn't a lot of pieces in these bags and they were super manageable. Well, I guess that was only bag 9, because bag 10 is crazy. I'm still sorting this, which is crazy. Okay, I think I'm doing pretty good though. Okay, there we go. There we go. It's almost a little easier once you get to the end, and then you can kind of see some of the other pieces a little bit more easily. Got some little shields here. Great multi-purpose piece. We'll be using that for some sort of articulated detailing, I'm sure, later in the build here. Okay, there we go, there we go. A lot of smaller bricks this time, so I think that means we're going to be doing a lot of paneling. If I remember from the preview and the instructions, this is going to be a big panel section of the build for sure. There we go. Gnome is where the heart is. I'd better go now as well, but enjoy the continued build. Well, thank you, Gnome. I appreciate you stopping by. We got one of Gnome's creations right here. Check him out. Instagram and YouTube at Gnome is where the heart is, just like it's spelled. Awesome creator of custom Gnome content to scratch that Gnome itch or something like that. I don't know. Maybe you'll have to give me something better to say next time, but Gnome is where the heart is. Thank you. Good to see you, my friend, here on the channel. Enjoy your evening as well, and I'll continue building here in the meantime. But yeah, thanks so much for coming by here. Okay, let's get the rest of this going. Almost to the end of sorting. Yeah, it's going to be a continued build. I mean, this thing is huge. 6,000. Can you see that? No, it's down there. 6,187 pieces. I mean, that's big. I think, I don't know how big the AT-AT is off the top of my head, the UCS AT-AT, but that, or even Vera Dirks. I built both of those recently. Those might be in the realm of 6,000 as well. Of course, I do have the UCS Falcon now as well. which that is definitely bigger than these. I don't know how I'm going to figure out a live for that. Probably do partial builds, same as the Razor Crest, because, you know, as I mentioned, this thing is so huge. It's like I could barely fit it on my field right now, and we don't even have there's no engines, you know, there's no landing gear, none of the paneling is fully complete there yet. So yeah, just an insanely big build. Yeah, I don't know how I'm gonna do the Falcon. I'll have to figure out maybe a different camera setup or something like that. It's only my 5th stream, so I'm just doing my webcam on my laptop. And my friend was nice enough to loan me his Yeti microphone, which that was a huge upgrade from recording directly into my webcam, which, as you can imagine, was subpar. So that's really the next thing I'm looking at is we're going to be probably, I know I talked about this on the last stream, but time flies, you know. That's something that I'm going to be looking at, is upgrading the camera quality for the live, and then also for my long forms as well. I think we might actually be investing into some studio lighting as well. Probably one of those, stickers. Probably one of those ring lights or some sort of studio lighting, because I have a decent camera, but the lighting is just so hard to nail. I have no natural light in my Lego room. There we go. What are we building with now? I think sticker number 3. All right, you've won the cruise. There you go. Where are we going? Hopefully somewhere nice. We're cruising on through. Sticker number 3. So this is the iconic, well, I want to say orange, but it looks more like yellow. I don't know. It's the striping, the iconic striping from the show, which I did notice rather prominently when I was rewatching Mandalorian as well. So sticker is definitely not my forte. This is definitely a Mrs. Bricks. This is Mrs. Bricks all day. Right here. And I'm going to suffer through it. And, you know, she really has the eye for detail. Ooh, okay. All right. Go ahead and rate my sticker here. What do you think? Not bad, huh? Probably a solid 10 out of 10. Dare I say a perfect sticker. Something like that anyway. We'll go with that. We'll go with perfect sticker. Perfect sticker, and I never make mistakes building. Sounds fair. Okay. Gonna continue adding a little more detailing here. So this is fun. We're building a panel, which I'm actually really excited to be building something separate from the main hull of the ship, because it is so hard to show it's so hard to show the entire ship as it's being, oh my gosh. Well, I said I never make mistakes, but that was a pretty bad mistake. Luckily I caught it early. I had flipped this triangle piece around. Yeah, the ship is just so big, it's really hard to show all of that at once. So we're kind of working through a piece of the door right now. Oop, wrong again. Boy. Okay, well, there you have it. This looks like this was supposed to be a 3 instead of a 4. That's why you always look at the instructions. Or don't look at the instructions? I don't know. I'm attempting to build this, so I'm going to look at the instructions. It would be awesome to do a build, some sort of mock or something out of this, but that would be the dream. But I don't know if I'm bold enough to break down the entire set, to be honest. I think it would have to be more of a partial type build or display for this gigantic set. Okay. Excuse me. And then let's finish the triangle. Now, of course, a set like Barad-dûr, the new Lord of the Rings, new-ish Lord of the Rings tower, that's almost like a mock in and of itself, because it's got all that lava detailing along the base of the model. So when you're building that, it actually feels like you're just adding so much detailing, and you're building part of the terrain and the landscape into that set, that it almost feels like, you know, you're doing a mock in a way. So you can definitely feel the love that the designers put into making the Barad-dûr set, just with all of the awesome detailing that's in there. This one's got a lot of great detailing, a lot of good callbacks to the show, a lot of fun Easter eggs so far. Like I said, so far I am disappointed that we haven't had any really fun, like, informational tidbits or things like that inside the instruction manual itself. That's, I feel like, pretty standard nowadays with the UCS style sets, or the bigger Lego creations that people are doing, is that you're expecting a UCS experience, which that starts with opening the box, which they did a great job here. I'll probably cover this in a full review, but box is amazing, super cool art print, miniature boxes inside of the main build there. So I'm super happy with that. Instruction, quality, everything awesome. But just after building Barad-dûr, and it was kind of fun, they had some of the movie quotes inside the instructions, which I thought was really fun. I mean, it's fun to see some of the iconic quotes and callbacks to the movie, and they're like, oh, we decided to design this because of this, so on and so forth. There, even inside the Ornithopter build, they were like, oh, we made the wings, the wing mechanism this way, so it maintains structure. We need to keep tension on the wings so they can fold in and out, and then still be able to maintain their flapping function. So it's kind of cool that they explained some of the rationale behind why the build and design choices were made. So I actually really thought that was pretty cool. A peek into the mind of the engineer, if you will, or designer. I guess they are like engineers, really, designing something like this. Okay, there we go. We got a 3. It's looking pretty good. Okay, and then we're going to do a single gap over here. The attention to detail here is really what gets you. I had a lot of trouble with some of the bigger sets on stream because it's a little different building in front of you like this. Definitely not what a lot of people are used to by any means. Usually when you build, you have something directly in front of you. Things are a little bit closer up. You have a little bit better view of the parts and whatnot. So it's definitely been a learning curve to build on the live stream here, but this is where we're at so far. So this looks like it's going to be the left, or should I say port side of the ship. Just a guess, but that looks like that's where we're going. Going to verify that everything looks good. On to step 396. It's a lot of steps. I think there's a few more past 396 though. I can't remember. It's a pretty big build. Gosh, how many steps are there? 1,000? There's probably 1,000. I'm gonna go with that. That's my guess. I haven't looked. I haven't cheated. I'm gonna go with 1,000 steps. Over 1,000. Let's go with that. Over 1,000 for the build. Like I said, I haven't looked all the way yet. So these We use these a lot in the UCS AT-AT, if I remember. They had you build with a ton of these for paneling and things like that. Or maybe I'm getting my sets confused, I don't know, because I built so many since that time. Okay, put that in. Vibe in here. There we go. Alright, coming along. Adding a little bit more reinforcement here on the doors, it looks like. So this one is all the way on the inside, which it's good to have reinforced doors because these things are big and they're heavy sets, and the last thing you want is to be trying to show your friend a cool feature of your UCS set and then you're like, wow, look at how cool this door is, and then it just like comes off or something and you're like, well, it's supposed to come off, but not quite like that. So it's good to see a little more reinforcement here on the doors. I feel like the Lego's really done a great job with the quality on these newer sets. Like, we're pretty spoiled considering how things were even 10 years ago with the quality of everything, let alone 20, 30, dare I say 40? Do we even have that? I don't know, I wasn't around. But yeah, we've really been spoiled lately. The quality overall, I think, has been, we're doing a great job with some of these sets, just the design, the execution, what sets they're picking. And this is a set I'm happy to display in my Lego room here. And I think a lot of people are going to recognize it because Mandalorian was such a big hit when it came out. It's almost like, I feel like anybody who was kind of into that Star Wars or sci-fi type side of things would have been aware of the Mandalorian TV show. So recognizable as well. Definitely a conversation piece, but at this point, any of the big UCS sets really are. Especially the iconic ones. Falcon, I would say probably number one. I mean, probably everybody knows what the Millennium Falcon is, or at least has heard of it, even if they haven't watched the movies. It's such an iconic ship, so definitely one of the top UCS sets, I would say, at the moment. Now that, I don't know. Like I said, I don't know where I'm going to build that. I don't know where I'm going to put it. It's definitely going to require some sort of custom display. Now, whether that be a wall hanging or a coffee table or something, I don't know. Excuse me. There we go. Finish the first panel there. All right. Now we're going to go ahead and build, looks like a folding door piece in this panel. So we got this guy going, and now we're going to go ahead and finish up the interior, which I'm guessing is something that's going to go in there, based on what I'm seeing here so far. But we'll go ahead and add that. This is kind of fun. Little triangle pieces. See, this I like. I like these plates. Plates are simple. They add a lot of heft, and you see a lot of very quick progress with the plate. Okay, finishing up this door. You get through the never-ending pile of triangles. Let's go ahead and see what we got there. Uh-oh, that's wrong. These gave me a heck of a time on the Barad set as well. I haven't done a lot of building with the triangles till recently, and it kind of throws you off. So it kind of notches flush to the edge there to give it a more smooth finished look on the final product. just based on the rules of what I know, it almost seems kind of wrong to be doing it that way. I'm definitely more of the way I'm thinking, you know, it kind of makes more sense to click it a little bit farther down. Okay, there we go. We figured it out against all odds. And then we'll add a couple smooth pieces here. Yeah, so far, you know, I have to say I'm very happy with the overall quality of this build. Especially since the last, I mean, I built the Ornithopter last. It's like a creator expert ideas type set. It's like 1,600 pieces, so it's nowhere near. I mean, I probably would have been done with it by now, based on the amount of time I've already put into the Razor Crest. But, and that I thought was a very well designed and put together set. But it's just, you just see that little bit of extra elevation that you get with the actual branded, you know, UCS style. I mean, the Ornithopter is amazing. And then you go ahead and look at something like this, and the quality is just like, okay, it definitely is like, they're definitely pushing the quality up for sure. Okay, looks right. Got to check now, because the last thing we need is to find a mistake a couple hours into this and you know, have to go back and backtrack and find out what went wrong, and we're already so deep into the instructions, which that definitely happened unfortunately when we did the Captain Rex helmet. Oof, need a 4 here. Yeah, the Captain Rex helmet, that was actually a tough live build. So many small pieces, it was really hard to put that together in front of the camera. All right, so now it looks like we're adding some sort of attachment here for the inside of the door, and making some pretty good progress. I think I've been building here just over an hour, and we've gone through probably a bag and a half so far. And we've actually just started the second instruction booklet out of, I believe, 4. So we are past the quarter way mark, which is huge for this kind of build. I mean, it's taken me several hours of building already to get here. Okay, and then I think I did this right, because we're looking at, yeah, that looks correct, because we are looking at doing interior. So this is going to be forming some sort of a hinge, I would imagine. So you can open and close the door. You got to open and close the door. I mean, it's all about the functionality here with the Lego. So, oop. Anything that can move, it's cool to see when they actually move them. All right, let's get this guy. Whoop. There we go. Maybe eventually I'll figure this out. I don't know. I've never built Lego before. That's have I? I can't remember. There we go. Okay, cool. We've got the hinge. Hey, not bad. Like it, like it. I don't know if I love it. It gave me a little bit too much trouble. Okay, now we're building the other side of the hinge. So a couple different pins and basically the other side of the door frame here. So we're actually going to flip this over. Hey, pretty clean. I like that. I can get on board with this. It's so nice when it actually comes together and you notice like all the little details that you've been building, and they just go ahead and fall right into place. It's actually very satisfying. All right, cool. We got the door here. Almost. Yet another step. I think it's probably going to go onto the frame here pretty soon, I would imagine. We're adding a couple more hinges. Okay, there, I'm doing it backwards. I'm interested to see how this will connect onto the main part, since it's just a little bit different here. So these parts aren't quite secured just yet. I'm sure they will be eventually. It's kind of where we're at right now. Yeah, interested to see how they're going to secure that in. Let's see what else we got here. Whoop. Okay. Finish that. Okay, so this is where we are attaching the frame. So we are on to step 400. Jeez. And 13, if you can imagine that. So it looks like okay, so it's gonna go like that, and then this one's gonna go internally like that. So they attach right there. That's where those loose pieces go, and then this is where we have our doorway piece. So if you look from the outside, you would never know that that's a door, except for, whoop, wait, it is. Wow, great job putting that together. That's awesome. Looks really good, actually. So let's make sure we got this correct. Slots in super nicely. It's even got a little backstop back there, so the door won't go too far into the internal frame of the vehicle, which is just an absolutely smart design choice. So now we're done with this, and we're building, looks like, another piece of the outside fascia plate here. Okay. We got this. Using a lot of the smooth 3 builds here as well. And then we'll go ahead and add. Okay. This is going to be good. We're actually adding a little bit more color here, so yay for that. If it's kind of tough when you're just building just a bunch of gray pieces all the time, which that can definitely be a challenge with some of these UCS sets, because at the end of the day, these things are big, and big set, you're going to have a lot of pieces, and a lot of pieces, yeah, there's only so much variation you can do for coloring and things like that, especially if you want to be screen accurate. Okay, so we're going to just do 4x of these small ones. So we're going to go ahead and start, looks like 1 here. Try to keep track of these fascia builds because they can get out of hand so quickly. Looks like that one sticks out. So we've done 2x of those, 1x of those. Now we're doing our 1x there. That brings us up to 3 on the ones. And that brings us up to 2 on the yellow ones, which is 2 out of 2. Our first 3. And our second 3. And then we'll work it backward with the 1x yellow and the 1x gray. Death Trooper, hello. Hey, good to see ya. Thanks for stopping by and commenting. Glad you could make it on the stream. Yeah, it's been going pretty well so far. We are working through the second instruction manual on the Razor Crest. So I'm just building like this door piece right now, which is like I'm assuming this is going to go on some part of the crest there. But so we're building that, another sort of like fascia type piece here. And then I'll show you what I got going on for the rest of the model. Looks great. Oh yeah, thank you. It's a cool set. I'm really excited. It's coming along so good right now. That's where we have, this is what we have so far, which I built some of this last night and the night before. off camera just to kind of relax and build it. But as you can see, it's like the whole screen. But today we did the front and some of the interior, like detailing, and then, well, it's kind of, I mean, it's huge. It's taking up the whole camera. So this is what we're building. I think we're building the door for this piece right now. Well, very big. Yeah, it's like heavy too. And this is like all the way back on my camera. I mean, this has got to be probably almost 2 feet long so far. We haven't even built the engines yet. So I'm super excited. It's a big model. And super cool. Like, they got the art on the boxes there, which is just absolutely incredible. This reminds me a lot of the UCS AT-AT. But yeah, hopefully everything's going good for you, Death Trooper. Everybody check him out. He does war robots, and then I'm trying to remember the name of that Star Wars. Is it Star Wars? It's not Outlaws. That's the new game that's coming out. But yeah, Death Trooper does a lot of war robots, as you can see from his name, WR, and very good at it. Just crossed 1,000 subscribers. So big congratulations to Death Trooper. Awesome YouTuber and content creator. Check him out if you haven't already. What are we working on here? Step 419. All right, cool. A little bit more detailing here in the door, which is great. Okay. What is this? Yeah, it's coming along really good so far. It's been really exciting to build and see some of the progress. It's actually, it's not as Technic heavy as you would think. For the skeleton, I mean, sure, there's the usual Technic support pieces, especially around the rear of the model. Something went wrong. Oh, see, this is what I was talking about. I needed to put, looks like we had 2 4s to go out on the side instead of 2 3s. Luckily, this is an easy fix. Yeah, there's a lot of Technic on the interior of the model, just especially around the back to hold down the door hinges and things like that. But overall, it's been a lot of just regular brick, which I've actually been a huge fan of, because it makes the build go so much faster when you can do some of these brick pieces versus all those little Technic pins and things like that. But yeah, this thing is awesome. I'm super glad to get it. I actually, I've had my eye on the Razor Crest for a while, and it's a cool set. I mean, it's iconic. You got Mandalorian. It's a UCS set. It's a big purchase, but they just had it on double points a couple weeks ago or last week, and I just happened to be down at the Lego store, and they had one right there, and I was like, oh, this is actually pretty cool. Which that's how they get you, is if you see the set in person, you're like, oh, okay, that's actually like, you can only tell so much from a model by looking at it in pictures or even in other people's review videos. You don't ever really get a true mind for the scale of some of these sets until you see them in person. So that's why the Lego store is so dangerous, is you go and see some of these and it's just like, oh, okay, that's cool. But anyway, they got me on the Razor Crest. Can't say I'm really mad about it. It's probably going to be on the list eventually anyway, but yeah, it's a couple years old now, so I figured I'd snap it up while I could. Especially being a Mandalorian fan, of course. Like I said, I've been rewatching season 1 lately. In between watching the Clone Wars animated series, so I've been kind of trying to catch up on both in my limited amount of TV watching time between all the building that I've been doing here as well. Alright, so looks like we're going to go ahead and add the panel on here. Let's get this oriented correctly. This is going to be, I believe, the port side of the front. So let's go like this. Ooh, that's pretty satisfying. Oh yeah, feel that click there. Nice little ball joint. And we have a beautiful angled panel. Very well done. I mean, that looks great. Can't wait to get this on the ship. I don't know if we're going to be building panel. We're probably going to be building part 2 and doing the other side of the panel here, I would imagine, as well. And since they usually they seem to build a little more symmetrically like that. Which that should be a little bit easier because now we've got some of these pieces out of the way. We will be doing, it'll be just that much easier to find and build the pieces. Even with them organized, sometimes it's tough to find what you're looking for on the build. Okay, so we've got, let's see, a couple hearts. All right, love it. More of the paneling here. So this is like a smaller door. So I'm guessing you have the option here of opening the big door and then it. Wait, what is this? Okay, well, I guess we'll see. I thought this went to the outside, but it doesn't. It's supposed to look like that on the instructions. So it's like this angled. See, so the outside's set. Or no, wait. It does attach to the door. Interesting. I wonder if this is some sort of door latch so that it doesn't get lost. Well, no, because it already has a hinge. Well, I guess we'll stick it on the model and we'll see what the whole point of that little guy is. So it looks like this is going to go out at an angle, and then we're going to attach the shield pieces to some orange fasteners that we put on in one of the previous steps. This might be a little hard for you guys to see. Since we are doing the left side, we're basically attaching to these points here. So we're doing some of the main doors on the front part, and you can actually see the ladder there, which I built, I think that was last night. So that's the ladder for him to get down into the interior of the ship, which is awesome. That's so cool. Gonna do some fun poses with him on the ladder. So let's see, this is the what did I say, the left side. Excuse me, right. Well, can't win them all, I guess. Get my instructions, my directions mixed up from time to time. So this is gonna go in, interesting. There's almost some sort of, oh, okay, I see what it's gonna do. Okay, this is actually pretty cool. So we're gonna hook these orange pieces in onto the door. Step 1, click and click. And it looks like you put that on at sort of an angle. Oh, that's it. Okay. So let's see what that did for us. What did it do? Can we open that? Oh. It's like huh. Well, I guess we'll see if that does anything later. Right now, it just looks like I built that right. Yeah, you slot that in. Huh. Okay. Well, it almost looks like it's like a boarding ramp or something on the other side because we slotted in here on these, and then there's a section for the door to fit on those little pins. I don't know if you can see that back there. So it kind of slots in. Oh, let's flip her around. It's an act in itself. I do not want to drop this. It'd be a sad day at CrispBricks. Okay, so there we have it. I mean, it looks cool. So there's the door closed. So it's front panel. And you can see it's kind of on at an angle there as well. But then when you go ahead and open this, see if I can grab that from my weird angle there. You have that, and it just chills like that. So my guess is it folds down like so, and then you have like a landing access ramp to the ship. Would be my guess, but I guess we'll see. It's kind of weird how it hangs out, like it folds down to there. So it doesn't fold neatly against the side. Which I guess it shows out in the instructions, so it just kind of stays open like that, I guess. So I guess we'll just roll with it for now. Go ahead and build the other side. See if there's any hidden feature maybe that I'm not aware of at this point or something, but according to my instructions, that appears correct right now. They actually show that piece sticking out. Yeah, all right, well, I guess we won't think too much into it. Go ahead and start the other side here, which, like I said, should be a lot easier now because we already built the first side. So there's a lot less pieces to choose from here. All right, out of 1X. And then, oh, it seems like so long ago we did the first sticker. Now we're already back at sticker number 2, if you can believe that. Okay, adding a little side here. 1X and 1X. We're throwing a sticker on. This is sticker number 4. I just so happen to have my sticker sheet right here. So we're looking at, yeah, sticker number 4. See what we can do there. There it is. Okay, so of course you want to make sure the orientation is correct on these. Which it looks like that's going to be, so this is kind of the weathering detail that we have here on the ship. Now, you know, stickers, you got to have the detail on it, so I always put the stickers on because they do add a lot of detail to the model, and especially something like this that, oof, it's good enough. You know, if it's an iconic ship, it's definitely a little bit crooked, but which is always the issue with these, but it's an iconic ship, so you got to have some of the iconic detailing for sure on these. So I'm going to go ahead and add the stickers. I mean, it would be a little bit of a way to add a little bit more color to it and get some of that raggedy edge, like battle-worn type look that belongs on the crest. All right, let's get this guy going. So now we're just doing the, so I got confused because I thought we were doing the back panel last time. So I thought we were doing the left or port side, but we were actually doing the right or starboard side. So now we're doing the port side of the ship here. So we'll flip that, and then looks like we continue through some of the orange coloration there with an actual brick. So a good way to continue the detailing here, which is exactly what we did on the other side of the model as well. And then we'll add a square here. I mean, it's coming along for sure. It's fun to be adding some of the paneling to the ship, so we actually get to see some of the improvements as it flushes itself out here. Okay, looks like another 3, and it's good to see the parts dwindling down a bit because bag 10 was huge. I was just mentioning, I was like, oh, the bags are so small and bite-sized, and it's so easy to build the Razor Crest. It's all so manageable. And then they threw bag 10 at me, and I was like, oh, there's like 300 pieces just in this one bag. So it's a large percentage of the model just like right there in bag 10. But it looks like it's more broken up on a more like the location of what you're building and like what you're building versus the actual piece count. So it's not always linear, you know. Since we're building doors here, I guess the doors were a little more involved. There's a couple more pieces, and so this bag 10 just ended up being like a much bigger bag to build, which is fine. Sometimes the bags take 5 minutes, other times they take me an hour to get through, depending what we're actually building here in the instructions. But it looks like okay, yes, we got to use a big piece. My favorite. Add some instant structure there to the doorway. And now we're just going to wrap up a couple more fascia pieces here. Beautiful. The ever-present triangle. Love it. And we have one on this side. Okay, that was actually a little easier than last time, to be honest. Maybe I'm figuring the triangles out, you know? I mean, it's hard to say. I don't want to be bragging or anything, but now that I've done about, 100 of these triangles, I just might be getting the hang of it. It's not a part we used to have in the old days, you know? We never had the triangle, those things. I mean, maybe we did. I honestly don't remember. I haven't actually built an older set with one of those in quite a while. I've been doing some things like, what do we just do? The old Darth Vader's TIE Advanced. Love that set. No triangles, I don't think. None that I can remember anyway. Okay, so we got that. Oh, I put an extra 2. I would do that. There we go. Shout out to the real MVP here. This guy. Been using that a few more times than I'd care to admit. Okay, this looks more like it. So we're building this piece, so it's a single 2. And then, so we'll include that 1. And then we're doing a 3 and yet another triangle. They're really getting some mileage out of that mold. Okay, so 1x of those, 1x of those. So now we have 4 parts left to place. 3. 2 left to place. Oop. Where's the other one of those bad boys? That would be awkward if we didn't have it. We have it. Good. We avoided it. 1 left to place. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What did we place? We placed 1, 2, and 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, we're good. We can count to 6 at least. That's a relief. I wasn't quite sure how far I could take it. So at least it was within my scope of counting there. Okay, we're gonna add a little bit more to the bottom. 1 and 1 on this side. About halfway through my water, so could probably do a little bit better. Staying hydrated, Okay, let's roll on to step 440. So these are the shield attachment pieces once again that we are using to connect the door to the actual frame of the model. Okay, and we got another shield right here. So brown shield, tan shield. Maybe. Is that in? No, there it goes. Okay, and then we've got the ubiquitous rail piece. It's been supporting Lego doorways since, who knows, 1960? I don't know when the first set came out. 50s? 40s? It's been around a long time. But yeah, the ever-present rail piece, I know those are a very good multifunction piece. Here we are using it for a doorway support. That's what the door frame closes on, so that the door does not get lost inside the body of the crest when we are using it. And I know this because I just built the other door. Okay, so one of those, and we're just fleshing out the back part of the door here. Okay, looking pretty good. So now we're adding the step functions here. So this, these ones are hooking to the attachment points on the frame as well, so it kind of gives that angled look to the model when we actually put it together. Gap there and one. Perfect. Looks like a pretty good spot right there. Back of the door frame. Not terribly exciting, but it's progressing the build, and it'll be nice to get some more symmetry back onto the main model here. And now we're building the attachment point. And there we go. Turn the music up a little bit more this time, I think, from last time. So hopefully you guys are able to hear that a little bit better. In the background, I am using only YouTube studio music. And so far it seems to be working out. YouTube hasn't said anything, so we'll see. But Death Trooper, it's been fun watching you build, but I have to sleep. I feel that. I just got off work and I'm exhausted. Good luck on the rest of your stream. Death Trooper, thank you so much for stopping by and checking out. I appreciate your support. Congrats on your 1,000 subs. That is awesome. Now you just got to get those watch hours if you don't have them, and hopefully you can start making a little money, and that's the dream anyway right there. So thanks for stopping by. Appreciate all of your support, everybody. Check out Death Trooper, an awesome fellow creator, and go ahead and give him a big congrats on crossing the 1,000 subscriber mark. Good night, get some rest, Death Trooper. We'll hopefully catch you on the next one here. Cool. Let's continue through. Thanks, man. Yeah, anytime. It's good to have support of the fellow creators out here. We're all trying to work and do what we can and share what we like. So, got to help each other out too. And I always appreciate all your support as well. All right, let's get this door on here. I think that's where we're at. Yeah, step 444. It's a lot of fours. Alright, what do we got? Double. Gray 2. Gray vent. That's another part that's been around since the dawn of man. The gray vent. I don't know how many of those I have in my collection. I don't know, 10,000 of them maybe. I have an army of gray vents. Of course, who knows how many are tied up in the sets, you know. Oh, wow, that was it. That was the whole door frame already. It actually went pretty quick. All right, well, I guess we're going to build the interior section now, starting at step 445. Good way to start. I remember this because I messed this one up last time. So hopefully we're going to do a little bit better this time. We're going to make this lovely little stingray deal. And add a couple of 3x3s. So you remember I messed up the triangles on this last time. So this time I'm smarter. Or I don't know if I'm smarter. I'm just probably not smarter actually. I'm just maybe a little bit more aware of how they work. So look at that. First try. Got those flush triangles on there. That's looking so good. Yeah, I messed that up. It took me like 10 times the amount of time to do that last time, which is just kind of embarrassing to be honest. Okay, there we go. New parts, you know, got to learn some new pieces, learn some new techniques. It's all part of the game, you know. You got to learn something new every day. Can't expect to just come in there and be the best, you know. Definitely gotta learn a little bit as well. So it's nice to see some of those new pieces being put to work. What do we have here? Some 2x2s. Love those little guys. There's something nice about having the square piece. Just, you know, it's so certain. You just know what you're gonna get. You know, it's like, oh, I'm placing a square. Like, there's only so many places they can go. They fit nicely. You gotta love it. Square piece. You know, it's a top tier piece. Everything down from the 1x1 stud up to the most massive plate, you know, I mean, you just know what you're gonna get. Such a solid workhorse of a piece. It's hard to argue with that. Oh boy, I lost a, oof, finessed that out of there. That little guy got stuck under my computer. Luckily, I was able to use the multi-tool here and get it out of there, because that could have been the end of my build right there, you know. I would have been like, oh, I'm missing a piece. I guess time's up, but I probably would have found one in my spare parts, honestly, to keep the build going, although I wouldn't have been super happy about it by any means. All right, what else we got going on here? A little bit of Technic. So this is part of the door hinge, once again, so that you can actually open and close this thing. And these go on the, whoopsie. Wow, that really kicked us back. These go on the interior of the door. Which, of course, being a major feature of the UCS model is all of the different movable and playable features and Easter eggs and things like that that they throw in to really make this a very functional scale model. Oh, see, I put that in. I didn't even look at the step yet. Oops. I jumped ahead. That's how you make mistakes, you know, especially in a build like this. That's the last thing you want to do. I mean, I had some idea of where it's going, right? Because I already built it on the other side, but still, you got to be careful. All right. This is actually coming together very nicely. I'm very excited to be finishing up this section of the door. But yeah, as I was saying, oh, that really threw me off. As I was saying earlier, using YouTube studio music. So that's all the creator studio they have. There's different music you can download and use in your videos, and apparently it's all royalty-free, you know, monetization safe type stuff. So ever since I figured that out, I've really been trying to use, well, I've only been using YouTube studio music, which has actually been working out pretty good. I don't know how it works for the live, so I just went ahead and downloaded some of my favorite tracks from the YouTube studio library, just as I would do for use in a long form video. And then I just went ahead and basically made a playlist of those, and now I've had them running in the background through OBS Studio as part of my desktop audio. Since my first couple streams, I didn't have any music, and it's nice to even have something for me to listen to that I hopefully don't have to worry about being copyrighted, because usually I'll listen to music or watch TV while I'm building, you know, sometimes, unless I just really want some silence. I really enjoy that, having something to kind of help me out while I'm building, get you in the zone sort of thing. So I found some music that I liked on YouTube Studio, made the playlist, got that going. So now we actually have music on the stream. There we have it, the port side door. Looking good. Okay, let's see. Got this guy, got this guy. Boom, boom, boom. Let's do it. Adding plates left and right. So this is a 4. Oh, see, I already messed that one up. That's the problem, is you get excited and then you make a mistake, you know. This is supposed to be a 3. There we go. That's the correct format there. Okay. So we had the 3, and now we're back on track. Yellow 4, yellow 3, and now we're doing the gray 4. Light gray. And then here we're doing a little bit more detailing as well. So gray through gray. Looks like we're using up the last of the yellow 4s in the pile here. So we're actually doing pretty good. We got through that bag. I don't know how long did that take? 45 minutes maybe to get through bag 10, which there's actually bag 10.1, and then there's bag 10.2, and then inside bag 10.2 there's yet a smaller bag, which I guess is 10.2-1. I don't know. They don't actually say that. That's just my way of trying to make sense of it. But yeah, there was this was actually a very big section of the build. So we'll go ahead and add. Yeah, this really had came together nicely on the last side of the door. So it's really good to see some symmetry here and finishing up this section of the build. All right. Flip her over. So far, so good. We haven't been making any huge mistakes here yet. 1, 2, 3. Always check your placement, because that is going to be the hinge that, or it's going to be when this hinges, that is going to hook into the ball joint on the other side, which is going to secure this as part of the plating. So always double check. All right, let's go ahead and add the hinge. Another piece that has been around since the dawn of man. The hinge. Uh-oh. There we go. Looking good. Now this is where you get that oh so satisfying click, where we join the two pieces of the paneling together. Case O'Kernels. Hello everyone. Hello Case O'Kernels. Welcome to the stream. As you could probably tell, we are building the UCS Razor Crest today. So thanks for stopping by on the stream. I'm actually just finishing up bag 10. So we're building the side panels here for this is going to be the front major panels around like where the Mandalorian goes down his ladder into the main part of the ship. We're building those side panels, which you are going to see in a minute here, because we're actually going to add that onto the side of the beast itself. But yeah, welcome in. We're working our way through a couple different bags here, just trying to see exactly how far I want to go on the build here tonight. Of course, I was building a little bit of this in my private time as well over the last couple of days, and I figured, what the heck, let's throw on a stream and hang out and work through it a little bit, because this set is so big, and it's just nice to have a little bit of variation in the building and just do things a little bit differently from time to time. So much as I do enjoy building by myself, it's also fun to be building on YouTube as well and interacting with everybody on the live. So thanks for coming in here. Now we are going to add this panel. So this is port side. So I'll bring that in a minute here. Gotta drink more water here. Okay. Here's where we're at. Let's see if I can do this on the camera here. Let's see. So we're gonna match. Okay. Whoop, there we go. So we're gonna hook onto these guys with the shield pieces right here. And those are gonna form this part of the panel. She's gonna go on like, well, actually, I think we're supposed to do the bottom first. Yeah, there we go. There we go. There you have it. Big success. RYK Bricks, what's up? How's it going? RYK, good to see you. Thanks for stopping by the live here. It's going good. We are building the UCS Razor Crest, as you can see from my lovely box art on the side here. I'm working through the beginning of instruction box 2, instruction manual 2, box 1. There's actually 2 big boxes inside of the smaller ones here. So we're going to just be finishing up the side panel here, and then I'm working right into bag 11. But so far going great. You can see this is the final progress we've made so far. Just finishing the both. Wow, that's big. Yeah, absolutely massive, massive set. It's like 6,000 pieces, which is insane. And this is like fitting in my whole camera. It's like 2 feet long. But here's the part we just finished right here. So you can see that is, yeah, it's super cool so far. These actually open too. So like if you look, it's hard looking away from me, but that's an opening door, and then it has like a landing ramp right there. And then that folds back in. Boom, clicks right in. So that's what we've just been working on right now. Kind of on my own, or earlier in the stream we built this. We did the front as well. And I kind of built the frame on my own time in the last couple days, and just decided, what the heck, I got so many pieces to build, let's take it live and just have some fun with it. So we did that side, and then, oh boy, I do not want to drop this. That would be awful. We did the other side there as well. So there it is. How much did you paid? Gosh, I can't remember exactly. I think it was around, what, 500, I think about 500 USD, something like that, 550 maybe. I bought it at the Lego store, and it was on double points for like a couple days. And so I usually, if I do buy anything big, I try to get them on double points at minimum, just to recover some of that money in the Insiders program. I think it's probably about 550 USD, but I got like, I don't know, 11 12,000 to 13,000 points for it. Yeah, it's pricey. I've had my eye on this for a while, and double points was a great excuse to grab it. I know it's a little bit older set, which is another reason I wanted to get it, because you don't know when things are going to retire, and I wanted to get this set for sure before it disappeared. And so there's other sets that I really like as well, like the UCS Venator and stuff. I'd love to have that, but it's newer, so it's not going to retire anytime soon, so I should have a little bit more time to save up for a big purchase like that. Robert says, looks sweet. Oh, thanks, Robert. Glad you're still here. Checking out the stream. Yeah, we made some good progress. Worked on the 2. Oh, and thanks for the hearts there as well. Appreciate that. Yeah, we worked up these last 2 front. You probably saw that section, but we did the 2 front doors here. Yeah, it's crazy. It's so gigantic in person. So I'm probably going to see how I can do working through bag number 11 here, which this looks like it's going to be another part of the outer paneling as well of the ship. So let's go ahead and see what that looks like here. A little bit smaller bag than 10, luckily. Oh yeah, a lot less pieces than bag 10 already. Robert's still here. Sorry, had to run. Still here though. Hey, no worries. You got to do what you got to do. I appreciate you stopping by and supporting the stream, and thanks for all the hearts. Whoever you are, it's been a blast so far. We made a lot of good progress. A lot of great progress on the Crest. And I'm excited to see it come along. It's actually really fun to be building some of the like outside pieces and then actually getting to see the model take shape, which has been a great time so far. Yeah, so we're going to go ahead and get these organized briefly. Gosh, I'm so glad there's less pieces in this bag, because bag 10 felt like just had so many pieces in it. Of course, we were building 2 doors with landing ramps and everything, so that's a considerable commitment of pieces and time by itself right there. But it's nice to be doing a little bit more manageable piece. And this, it promises to be a pretty good panel. Just kind of peeking through the instructions again. Which is another thing I like about these UCS sets, is how modular all the building is. So usually they'll have you build a frame and then you kind of add some panels in, which really helps you flesh out the model, but then it still keeps it really accessible. So it's like so much easier to build it. So you're not just like, you actually see progress. You don't just feel like you're slogging through some gigantic beast of a set, because this thing, it's 6,000 pieces. Like it's a hefty set, like you got to put some time into that for sure. And it can be disheartening if you don't see a lot of progress right away. But this set I've actually really been enjoying the build, probably more so than I thought, just because I have nothing against Technic, but kind of wears on you to be building thousands of Technic pieces, and it kind of wears on your thumbs after a while, trying to get all those things figured out. So it's actually, you can see this is mostly traditional bricks. Of course, you're going to be relying on some Technic elements for structural support, but for the most part, they have achieved actually a very big level of stability structurally with this thing, just using the traditional bricks, which has been a very pleasant surprise, if I do say so myself. Which, I guess I'm, having a great time building this. So it's been a lot of fun to see everything coming together. Okay, almost put this together. Looks like we have a couple more of those ball and socket joint type connections, which are going to be, I'm assuming, making some sort of connecting door and part of the side fascia here. Cool. 1 and 1. Oof, a lot of small parts. I guess there always are when you're looking for detailing. You got to make up the detailing somehow, right? Big parts are nice, but fortunately, it's not the final solution. There are a couple of individual pieces here, so that's promising. Looks like, I think we are just going to be building one panel here because we don't have duplicates of a lot of these smaller detailing pieces here. All right, so bag number 11, step 470, and I think I guessed earlier it's going to be over 1,000 steps. I didn't look. I haven't opened box 2 yet. I have no idea, but based on that, we are not even halfway through instruction manual 2, and I believe there are 4 total instruction manuals, and we are already on step 470. That should put us well over 1,000 steps. Okay, this is going to be a big panel. This is going to be awesome. It's a lot bigger than what you find on the standard play scale sets, so it's fun just to see how big of a creation that they can put together. Oh yeah, we're just gonna like double the size here with this massive, what is this, like a 16 or something? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. Oh, 16. Look at that, good guess anyway. Yeah, just a big 16 plate. 2x. And then, I mean, it makes these little 8s are looking small next to that, which is crazy because those are generally a pretty large piece. Yeah, big old frame here. And then looks like we're adding the armor plating. So we're probably going to do a couple more stickers here as well, which is fine. Like I said, I don't mind adding some of the sticker detailing as long as it's a judicious use of stickers. You know, you definitely don't want to be over the top because at that point it just kind of becomes a little bit of a cop-out. So I get finding that balance of detailing where you want to create detailing with the bricks and the printed pieces, but then you also want to keep some cost, cost in mind as well, and adding some more detailing with the stickers. So as long as it's judicious, I'm not mad about it. All right. It's an interesting little piece there. Another rail piece. So that'll definitely be some sort of closure or a closing or opening section there for sure. Oh, yeah, here we go. And this is a big old sticker. Well, a lot of pressure on the big ones. Let me get the plates kind of stabilized before we worry about putting that beast on there. So this is one of the 2 biggest stickers in the set right now. So it's a lot of pressure. It's sticker number 7. Look at that. Hopefully that's lucky. I guess we'll find out. I'm gonna go ahead and polish this off real quick and try to get my fingerprints off there. See if we can get that sticker to adhere just a little better. Palms are sweaty, knees weak and that sort of thing. So we'll see if we can power through here. Sticker number 7. That's kind of what we got left right now. It's one of these big ones right here. Arm spaghetti. Wow, you were listening. Aliens, welcome to the chat if you are just stopping by. Yeah, I was doing some pretty weak M&M. They're more like quoting because I'm really not good at singing or anything. But wow, I can't believe you actually heard that. Now I feel kind of embarrassed. Thought nobody was listening. Just going about my day. Well, I won't make that mistake again, but I'm glad you got my spaghetti reference there. It's kind of fun anyway. Okay, make sure we have the orientation correct. Because this is... Oh, that's not it. There you go. That is a big sticker. I am actually really nervous for this. Oh boy, I don't know. I guess I'll do it on camera. I don't know. You have to be so careful. Okay, I'm gonna do it off real quick. I need to have to see it. I have to need to see it. Oof, it's gotta be. You know, the stakes are too high for something like this. Oh my gosh. Try to make it even. Try the best you can, and sometimes it just doesn't work, you know. It's really sad. Okay. All right. I think we did it. Let me put this. I'm really, you know, Mrs. Bricks is really the queen of stickers. So the best I can do is like a 9 out of 10, and she can usually do a 10 out of 10. There we go. Rate my sticker. Not bad, huh? I'd say it's pretty solid. Pretty solid. Yeah, I'd say it's like a good solid 9. Not bad. I was definitely a little worried about that one just because it's so big, but it's definitely not over yet. I still have to do another one on the other panel eventually. So we'll see. We'll see how that all pans out. All right. Now we got to do some actual plate building. See that sticker? Elaine's welcome. Mrs. Bricks. Nice. Yeah, Mrs. Bricks. The people clamor for Mrs. Bricks. But she's pretty shy. So she doesn't always show up on the stream, you know. A lot of times I'm building my Lego and she's doing, you know, her own thing. She does a lot of thumbnails. Mrs. Bricks does thumbnails. She does shorts for the channel. She has does a lot of the video ideas and things like that. She just made pumpkin pie. Boy, where is that pumpkin pie anyway? It sure has been smelling good. I don't know how it turned out though. I'm gonna have to eat some of that later. I'm not gonna eat it on stream because I don't want to repeat my Denethor episode from Barad-dûr where I was eating the grapes on stream, and then somehow I got peer pressured into doing like a Denethor impression. And it's, you know, probably not really worth replaying that because it's pretty awful impression, to be honest. But now this pumpkin pie, that's like what I'm looking forward to. Now you might be wondering, like, it's August, what are you making pumpkin pie for? But fall is in the air, you know, it's got a little chill, it's a little rainy out today. You can feel summer just wrapping up in the air, you know, some of the leaves are beginning to change color. So it's like pumpkin pie season is here, and I'm not sponsored by Starbucks at all. I mean, that'd be cool. Please sponsor me, Starbucks. Then I would drink your coffee on stream. That'd be great. I think the pumpkin spice latte is back out. So love it or hate it, this is the earliest year yet that they have released the pumpkin spice latte, or so the internet tells me. I mean, so whether or not you want to believe it, fall is here. Like, that is irrefutable. That's it. It's irrefutable fact. Fall is here when the PSL is out. So, you know, pumpkin pie. Plus, I just like pumpkin pie anyway. You don't need an excuse to make pumpkin pie. Let me try to rationalize this. Meanwhile, we've cruised right through step 479, and you've escaped the worst of my pumpkin pie monologue. Okay. Actually looks pretty good. Yeah, at least it wasn't Denethor level. You know, that was a whole different. That was a different time. You know, it's a different place in my life at that point, doing the Denethor stream. Boy, now what are we doing? Adding some more detailing. PSL. Is that a? Oh, you like PSL? Okay. Well, I guess. I mean, honestly, not my favorite. And I can say that because I'm not sponsored by Starbucks. But if I was, I still probably wouldn't like pumpkin spice latte because I think they have other better seasonal drinks. So, for example, I don't know how we got off on this. Pumpkin cream cold brew. I'm a big cold brew fan. I think Starbucks has really good cold brew, to be honest. If I'm looking for a fall drink, that's probably the one thing that I would get there. Pumpkin spice latte. It's a little too sweet for me. Doesn't really have the richness that I'm looking for from the natural pumpkin ingredient. When you think pumpkin, you want that pumpkin flavor. You want a little bit of that heartiness. You don't want I guess I can't really talk trash about Starbucks because they're like $1 billion company. So obviously people like it. It's just not really my personal taste as far as the PSL goes. But apparently Aliens enjoys the PSL, so hopefully you get one of those if you didn't already get one today. But yeah, honestly, I'm a fan of coffee. If someone handed me one, I would not be mad. If they're like, here, have this pumpkin spice latte, I'd be like, okay, thank you. I guess. It's hard to be mad about that. But at the end of the day, we all have our favorites. So yeah, pumpkin cream cold brew all day. I think that is probably the best seasonal offering that Starbucks has had, in my very humble CrispBricks opinion. Of course, we are mostly a Lego channel. Completely a Lego channel, really. So I don't really have a lot of expertise in the coffee world by any means, although I do enjoy to drink it. Okay, we're adding a hinge and another piece to flesh out the back part of this panel. So this thing is it's a big panel. We're definitely just building a single part of it right now. One single panel. There's not enough, I don't think, to build. Yeah, because we've already used all the big bricks. So there's not going to be enough in bag 11 to build the second part, or the second panel here. Okay, adding a little more to the hinge. Let's see. It's looking good, looking good. Oh boy, a couple more hinges. Gotta love that. Let's add, kind of work our way through here so we don't get lost in our place here. So we're doing one of those onto the tan. And now we're adding another shield. Very useful piece. And then a second shield, which will be going right on the outside of the brown square here. It's coming along nicely. Now it looks like this is a little bit of a meatier build here, so this is probably going to be a more in-depth hinge type piece that we're going to use to actually support the panel somehow, I'm guessing. Okay. Not bad. Pretty simple. Stack those bricks together. Orient it correctly. And there you have it. Easy peasy. All right, let's throw on a couple more support pieces here. Oh, I think my music stopped. That's what sounded different. Let's see if I can go ahead and get that going again. I apologize there. Let me check this out real quick. Okay, there we go. I think the music's back on. Yeah, I had it on repeat, so it's I made quite a big custom playlist from all the YouTube Studio music downloads, and then I put that all together so I could actually have a YouTube Live background, so I could actually have some music, and I didn't even notice the music went out. So we'll go ahead and get that restarted again. I made a pretty big playlist, all from the studio downloads. So far, I have not had a problem from the YouTube side of things with that, so I'm going to continue to do that here, hopefully, as well. Just because it's really nice to have a little background music, I think, while you're building, and I personally enjoy the audio as well, because normally, like I said, I would be listening to music anyway when I'm building or, watching Mandalorian or something like that. But that would actually be way too much for me to watch Mandalorian and build and do the live, so it's usually one or the other at this point. All right, a little bit more supports there. Took me a while to notice that the music was out, though. I wonder how long it was out for. Okay, let's do that. Flip her around, and now we are adding some more exterior detailing. This is looking awesome, guys. It's really coming together nicely. Boom, there we go. Looking great. Okay, well, I guess that's it for that panel. Now we're building looks like some sort of structural support piece to actually hold that thing in place when we actually go and put it on the main model here. So we're gonna do that. Spacer. This part shouldn't take too long, I don't think, because it looks like we are doing mostly a brick build with these thin 1x. All right, beautiful. Now we're gonna build this up here. We're going to add 1 and 2. Love it. Okay, looks decent. Then we're gonna make another side panel here. Boom, boom, boom. A couple more of the ball joint type pieces. Curious to see how those play out. And then the angled 90-degree pieces. Yeah, honestly, I can't lie. I'm pretty excited to try some of that pumpkin pie. So, Mrs. Bricks is quite the baker. She is quite good. And I'm not just saying that either. She's actually really good. So, I am really, really excited for some pumpkin pie. I cannot lie. Okay, we'll do this. Knees weak, arms pumpkin pie. I believe it's chilling right now. All right, so we're building this sort of sideways, or excuse me, singular stack retaining wall here. It's not really a retaining wall. It's, my words are getting confused here. I think it is more of a wall. Let's go with that. It's a wall. It's not a retaining wall. I don't think it's really retaining anything. It's just a wall for the ship, I believe. All right, let's go ahead and get that in there. And a 1. Boom. Love it. Well, there you have it. Add this. Heck yeah. Yeah, it's actually fun to be building this big sloped wall here. It's definitely a break from what we've been doing, building more of the structural pieces, or excuse me, paneling pieces. Wow, that's nice. A lot of sloped bricks there. So it looks like we're gonna add, I'm guessing the paneling will either click on these, or we'll use that for some sort of exterior detailing later in the build. The final tier, right here. Excuse Excuse me. Let's get that up. All right, so building the final tier of the wall here, and now let's move it into step 503. Oh, we're actually adding all the detailing right now. Okay, well, I wasn't expecting that. I thought this would be used to attach the armor piecing on, but I guess not. Just some nice texture detailing, actually. That's really cool. It's definitely one of the UCS standout features is the use of the texture detailing, which does look very good. Gives it that finished quality that we are all looking for with the UCS series. Cool. So now we will join these two panels together like so, using that ball joint right there. Perfect. Look at that. Big piece for a big set. This is going to look really good on the side of the model. So I'll be right back and we will get that put up on the model here. Just be a minute. All right, we are back. Thanks for waiting. We're gonna go ahead and get this panel on the crest, and we'll go ahead and see how this is looking here. Okay, so this is going to be the port side. So I'm gonna flip this around, so you will get a better view when we do the other panel. At this point, I'm going to be doing it facing towards me, seeing as it's my first panel, and it's going to be going on the left side here anyway. So on this side, I'll kind of point it out. You have these green attachment points. That is where 2 and 3. Does that side have it? Oh yeah, right there. That's where those are going to be attaching on the port side here. And then orientation, of course, is going to be, the sticker side is going to be towards the front, and then I'll kind of show you the finished product there. But there's actually 3 attachment points from those 3 shields that we placed earlier on this part of the model. And then this is going to go ahead, and that's what's going to hook in. And then it looks like, oh, we actually have a rear attachment point as well. Yeah, let me check that out. Just so I know what I'm looking at here. Oh, okay. So there's a little, can you see that? No, right here. There's a little rubber piece, and then we're actually gonna hook. That piece hooks into the rubber spot there. So some sort of angle, I'm guessing, is what that's going to provide here to the finished product. All right, let's go ahead and get this guy on. It doesn't look like it. Oh, I see. Okay, there we go. For a second I thought I built it incorrectly, but it just has these handles, like little pull tabs that you can use to fold the entire thing up. Interesting. So that really... Okay, well, I guess I'll add the rear section here. Wow, very nice. So that little rubber piece gives just enough give to provide a solid back panel on the side of it. So let's go ahead and take a final look at that. So this is what I just added right here. So that entire panel that we were working on is now complete on the port side. So that is looking really good. We still have a front gap for like the cockpit section there. But it is multi-level. So we did the front today and then worked around, did the front paneling and doors on both sides, and then finished this whole big panel all the way to the back. We went ahead and finished that on the port side of the ship. So it's actually looking really good. Tons of detailing there as well. Yeah, again, just a massive, massive ship, but coming together very, very nicely. Very, very pleased with how this is looking. So yeah, you can kind of see how things attached there with the shields, and then there's these little nubs that you can use to kind of adjust the door. It doesn't really fold out. This panel section is really just a panel, but the interior of the ship is still accessible, I'm guessing, from the top, or you could probably even pull that panel off fairly easily from the side if you really wanted to access the interior a little bit easier. That'd probably be the way to go, because as we know, UCS, it's not just about display. They also want to have the interior packed with features just as much as the exterior. So I think so far I'm really happy with how they've been doing that on this model. So there you have it. We have the left side done, and the model looking very, very good here. That does take us all the way through to bag 12. So at this point, I think I'm going to go ahead and call it a night here, because I've been on stream for a couple hours and I'm really excited to get some of that pumpkin pie. It just sounds so good right now. But yeah, there you have it. The left side, putting this right here. Bag number 12. Thanks for the heart there. I know whoever you are, you probably want some of that pumpkin pie as well. So I'll send you some on the airwaves there. There you go. Pie. Enjoy. Yum. Oh yeah, thanks aliens. I appreciate that. Thanks for hanging out. Yeah, like I said, I'll go ahead and wrap it up here. Working through bag 2, step number 12, working through the UCS Razor Crest. Thank you so much, everybody who tuned in on the stream today. Yeah, good night, aliens. I appreciate you. Yeah, thanks for everybody who stopped by, said hello, everybody lurking in the background. I appreciate all your support. It means a lot to me, and allows me to continue to grow the channel here and hang out with the wonderful LEGO YouTube community. Thank you so much. Good night, everybody. We'll try to catch you again. Might be another week or two before we do a live. I'm not quite sure what I will be doing, but I'll try to go ahead and get it scheduled in advance so everybody knows what's going on. In the meantime, good night, everybody, and thank you so much for stopping by tonight.